Adekunle, go. Adekunle, go.
I did not put my mouth in their business. I swear that them come.
Kidwaya.
Shay, the next day, everybody was praising my party jollof rice. The next day, if it's not a competition, why would you come and make jollof rice the next day now? What he's oppressing me in a kitchen.
Hey guys, what's up? So today is Monday and you already know that at 7 p.m. every Monday there is always head of house games in Big Brother's house. So the person that ends up winning these HOH games becomes the head of house for the week, and he or she is immune against nominations for that week. It means that the person is sure to be in that house for 1 free week. Now this is what is happening. Before I get to the fight that happened after the HOH games, the game was really tough and very interesting. As you can see it in the clip that I put at the beginning of the video, what you had to do was, like, Big Brother divided the house, or asked the 20 housemates to divide themselves into 5. So there were 4 groups of 5, and each of those groups, they had to go outside in the arena at a time, like each group at a time, to compete. Now Big Brother gave them 30 minutes. As you can see on the pictures and videos, they had to pick balls from the basins and then climb on those planks to go and put them at the edge and then come back. The first person to get 4 balls, the first 2 people to get 4 balls was to be announced the winner. So all these 4 teams made up of 5 people, they went, and at the end of the day there were 8 people. The first group had Kidwaya and Ike. The second group had Ilebaye and Neo, and Neo actually took the shortest time amongst all the housemates, right? So the third team had Venita and Fraud, and Venita was actually just lucky because she just won by chance. If only Mercy was like a little patient, because the person that was actually winning alongside Fraud was Mercy. Mercy already had 4 balls. Fraud already had 4 balls. What Fraud did was, since anytime that he went down, the balls were falling off, he decided to stay there and wait for the time to go to finish. So Mercy stood there with him, and later on she decided to go down, and that is how Venita ended up winning. So the third team had Venita and Fraud as the top 2, and then the last team had Soma and Adekunle Task. Kunle, I'm sure you're not surprised that he was there. Now in this last team where Soma won, there was Soma and Shay that had 3 balls, right? But Soma had 3 balls before Shay, and that's why Soma ended up winning. Now after this game, they had to go back to the house, and of course, just like last week when they did the black envelope games, there were 3 envelopes hidden around the house, unlike 2 of last week where Mercy won 1 and Fraud picked 1. Fraud's own was sorry, try again next time, and Mercy got immunity last week, which was useless because nobody went home last week. Now for this week, there were 3 envelopes scattered around. So after the HOH games, they had to search for those envelopes. Luckily this time around, nobody was disqualified before the game, because last week some people started searching before the sound that Big Brother had asked them to wait for before they start searching. But fortunately this week everybody waited before they started searching. So when they were searching, the first person to find an envelope was Kidwaya, followed by Angel and Neo. So for Kidwaya and Neo, theirs read good luck next time, or try again next time, something like that. But then for Angel, she gained immunity, so she was like the first person to gain immunity aside the HOH. So this is what happened aside the HOH. Now after this immunity that Angel got, those top 8 had to go and compete again against again against one another to see who will be the final HOH. So they went out to compete, and the winner, like there was almost a tie between Neo and Kidwaya, but then the winner ended up being Kidwaya. So Kidwaya now was the second person to be saved for the week and the head of house. So after that, remember that yesterday during the live eviction show, the fake live eviction show, Ebuka said that a new game was going to be introduced in the house called the Pardon Me Please game. So what happened was that all the housemates were asked to assemble in the lounge, and Big Brother told them that instead of nominating whom you want to be evicted, what would happen is everybody is going to be up for nominations except whom you guys are going to nominate. So you would be allowed to go into the diary session and pick one person that you want to pardon, or one person that you want that person to be saved. So out of all the housemates, the winner was Soma. He got 8 nominations. Most people like Kidwaya, they were nominating him to be saved because they felt like during his time he did not get enough time to showcase himself. Now people that voted or pardoned based on loyalty, I think it was Ilebaye. Ilebaye saved Ilebaye voted for or nominated. Ilebaye pardoned Doyin, and Doyin pardoned Ilebaye. Then Neo pardoned Tolani, and Tolani pardoned Neo. Venita pardoned Ike, and Ike pardoned Neo. Aside that, 8 other people. Now another thing that happened was, remember that there's like this thing between Mercy and White Money, that's the winners. So they decided to have like their own small gang, and they were supposed to like pardon each other. So White Money respected it and pardoned Mercy, but Mercy did not respect it. Instead, Mercy pardoned Sisi. So I feel like Mercy was being strategic. I don't know why. Somebody that I was shocked of whom she chose was Tolani, because he pardoned Neo. She pardoned Neo, even though Neo was selected as a BFF, because when Kidwaya was announced the winner, he had to select his BFF, and he selected Pere, Tolani, who is his bestie, Neo, who went so far in the game, and then who again? I don't remember. So those are the 4 people that he selected. Now after the game, I just saw like Uriel was panting and shouting and getting angry, because like it started when Big Brother, like the show had gone on a break on a break, right? So when they came out back, I just saw Uriel shouting at White Money outside. I was like, what is going on? So getting the explanation and the depth later on, I realized that okay, she has been angry with White Money all this while. Everybody already think that White Money used the cooking strategy to win in his season. A lot of people think that way, except his fans maybe. But one of those people that think that way is Uriel. So Uriel was like, so what happened is Uriel was telling Alex and I think Princess, they were talking about themselves, and then she was talking about her mother, how her mother is ill, how she has not been posting her mother recently because of her ill health and everything. She got emotional and started crying, so she went outside to cry. And according to her, White Money followed her to say, come on, you just recently posted your mother on her birthday, so according to her, White Money made her feel as if she had no right to cry, or she was exaggerating, given that she had just posted her mom recently. You get? So like she felt that White Money wanted her to lock up her feeling, and this is what triggered her going back to obviously what she has been keeping in her. So she was angry, she was shouting, and like White Money wasn't shouting at her back. I feel like White Money saw that she wanted highlights, like she wanted the 2 of them, so he wasn't ready for that argument. So White Money just laughed and then kept quiet and went back to the house, and she kept panting up and down until she went into the room to explain to others what happened. So she said she realized that White Money has been intimidating her in the kitchen, and it could be because she knows how to cook more than White Money. So she said the first time she cooked party jollof at night, White Money, and since a lot of people said the food was very nice, especially Doyin, who Doyin is somebody that it is hard to please her with food. So she said that party jollof was very nice. And so when White Money heard that, according to Uriel, the next day he made party jollof. The second time, according to Uriel, Uriel was in the kitchen to cook, and when she took goat meat, White Money asked her to drop the goat meat. So she was like, who are you? You're not Big Brother. This is not your food alone. What right do you have to ask me to drop goat meat that I want to cook? So from all those things that have been going on, then she said White Money has never ever tasted her food. It could be because of jealousy. It could be because he is using kitchen strategy. Because she said Uriel herself loves to cook. She wants to cook. Why is it that White Money wants to be the one alone in the kitchen? So these were her arguments. While she was saying all these things, Sheyi advised her to have the discussion with White Money. She said, okay, she has spoken about it to White Money before severally, but White Money is just not getting it. You get? So White Money was trying to explain to Pere in the kitchen that it is surely a misunderstanding, that he was just being concerned. Like, you said you have not been posting your mom because of her ill health, but before we went into the house, I just saw you post her on your page. So what are you talking about? Maybe it could be a wrong choice of words. You get? So that is what they were talking about. Even though Uriel said White Money had never eaten her food, Uriel also said she has never eaten White Money's food, and the reason is that she uses vegetable oil to cook most of the times, and she doesn't use salt, while White Money uses like a mixture of goat meat, chicken, beef, and everything, and literally puts palm oil in all his food. So that is the reason why Uriel said she doesn't eat White Money's food. Then another thing was, when White Money wants to cook, he will literally take all kinds of meat, like I had mentioned before, to cook with it. But today, when she wanted to cook stew, I know that she's telling the truth, that a lot of people complimented her food, because even when Ilebaye and Doyin ate, they were like, okay, let Uriel go out to play, let them go and add the food, because let it not be that it is a problem if they eat and add the food. So she said White Money cooks with a lot of meat, but today when she was cooking the stew, out of fear of what White Money would say, she took the back of chicken and divided it into two, and still took each drumstick of chicken and cut it into two, just because she was avoiding White Money's intimidation. So this was Uriel's wahala. They have not settled yet, but I'm going to let you know when they have like their next conversation. While this was going on, Neo and Ilebaye, they were discussing. They actually settled today. They were discussing with Doyin, and Neo came to apologize and also ask for an apology for Ilebaye, because he actually accepted that they had to go out. Neo had to take, like, out of the house, Neo had to take Ilebaye for a dinner date, and then he finally did not show up. And then Ilebaye was also saying that, okay, even her, she was feeling guilty because Neo wanted her to be there for him, and she wasn't, like, she was repeating what she had said before. So from what Neo was saying, and then Ilebaye was also mad at Neo that, okay, you made me look cheap in front of everybody. And that's what Doyin was saying. You can fight with your friends, but don't make her feel cheap in front of everybody. That according to Doyin, he should have even defended Ilebaye, and then later on they'll talk about it. But then the good thing is that they finally settled. They had like this long hug, and Pere was like, oh, you guys should stop, Now Soma was emotional. He literally cried. In fact, I'm not saying he cried because he was saved. Everybody wanted to give him a second chance. Now everybody in that house, they are up for nominations and possible eviction come this Sunday, and we all are certain that at least one person will go home. So the only people that are not up or that are saved this week, you have Angel, who won the black card game. You have Soma, who won the pardon me please game. You have Kidwaya, who won the head of house game. Aside that, every other person is up. So let me know in the comment section whom you are going to be saving. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I was not in the I've not been in the best mood these days, but I really try to make videos for you guys. So please subscribe to my channel and get me to 3K. Thank you so much and love you.